Evening everyone. So we're hoping to play our first game of Broadside tonight. We've got a couple of friends coming over, so I've sort of beefed up the fleets for the first game so it goes for a while. So the British will be having the Lion, the Colossus and the Iron Duke, armoured cruisers, Minotaur and the Duke of Edinburgh, light cruisers, Falmouth and Dartmouth, and they have Destroyer Leader Marksman, Cockatrice and Ambuscade. Now they are a caster class and marksman class. Okay, for tonight's German fleet, we're going to start with the Bayern, which will be the flagship, I believe. Frederick the Gross, Dreadnought, and Derflinger battle cruiser. Then we have light cruiser Stuttgart, armoured cruiser Genausen, armoured cruiser Blucher, light cruiser Wiesbaden, and some destroyers. One S138 and a pair of V25s. So I've had a bit of a play. I'll get in closer to the paint job of those ones. So I did find a model online that had a very dark deck with light superstructure, so that's how I've done that one. Whereas I've gone for more of a woody approach on the large torpedo boat. But as you can see, I've had a bit of a play with my markers here. I'll bring one up. So a bit of an explosion there. So we put these on next to the ships as we go, just for a bit more of an effect. But I'll come down a bit closer to the Derflinger so you can see it. So there she is. And as previous, the MDF bases, so they do sort of bend a little after you've printed them. So I find actually putting the paper on here with some wood glue, letting it dry, trimming it, then sticking the ship down with some super glue and holding it in place for a bit, and that settles it quite nicely. So for the first game, we're going to try this one, Out of the Fog. Sort of, I like the sound of this one. It's a bit, a few unknowns, and I'm going to step back just to show you the table. So here we are. I finished this today. Lovely mat, thanks to Tiny Wargames in the UK. So it's 8x6, and I've got a couple of 8x8 mats. There's a big green one sitting underneath, as you can see. All right, we're about to start here. British have gone with Iron Duke in their opening squadron, Duke of Edinburgh and Falmouth, and over here.
Can we change headings?
Yes, certainly can during the move. So over here, what have we got? We've got Wiesbaden, Blucher, and the Bayern, big guy. Okay, so that's the Germans. The British have brought on Colossus on turn 1, all moving nicely. We'll go over to the Germans. There they are there, turning. One round has been fired from the Duke of Edinburgh, missed. And then the Germans have been extremely gutsy. And as part of their deployment on the staggered roll, they've brought in the Derflinger right next to the British. Okay, we've just played turn 2. I've got some splash markers here. I'm going to come right in so you can see these. So there we go. So Derflinger's engaged the Iron Duke. There's the Derflinger over there. At this point, right there. Duke of Edinburgh is engaged by the Bayern, which is sitting right over there, right at the back. And he hit with 3 out of the 4 forward batteries and caused 3 hits on the Duke of Edinburgh. So the Germans have now got another cruiser on the table, and the British just brought on the Lion. So all the British battle wagons are on the table. Good. All right, we're back. End of the second round. Duke of Edinburgh's got Bayern's paying out some love. Falmouth is being shot at by the Blucher. Iron Duke still engaged with Derflinger. Derflinger did go evasive action which broke the lock. So suffered no hits. Germans have got a destroyer sitting there, just come on, still there. British just brought on a little, it's the Marksman. And I'll scan around here, is Anton's hand. So here we are with the other ship. So this, the Wiesbaden at the front here has been engaged by the Lion and the Edinburgh. Well, we've just finished turn 3. Wiesbaden's got some love. It's being shot at by the Lion, the Edinburgh and the Iron Duke. And none of them have hit. There's a lot of minuses involved here, so they're a bit concerned about he's getting a little close to the Duke of Edinburgh. This guy here, the fellow, has been sunk by the Derflinger. Derflinger let him have full broadside at very close range and he did not survive.
So take him off now.
And we've got that little guy out there who's closing in. Colossus is having a crack but hasn't managed to do any hits. Scan over here. And we've got Licker out there at distance. Bayern is still trundling forward, hasn't actually got its broadside in action yet. And then we come over here, and here's the British. Colossus, Lion, Duke. Still way back, not hitting a lot. Alright, so we're at the next turn. Derflinger has engaged the Iron Duke. We've done some damage here. Couldn't get either of them off. Colossus has been engaged by Frederick de Grosse and Bayern. Is damaged but still going ahead. Then we've got the Marksman. It's just going straight ahead, sadly. Again, no damage control. Stuttgart has been sunk. Pen around here. Duke of Edinburgh, it was pretty hard to hit, but the Beluga put it down, so it has also been sunk. So there's one. Wiesbaden is still coming. It's taken, well, plenty of rounds firing at it and nothing is actually doing to it. And then we have this little guy who's snuck on the table on the far side. So this happens to be HMS and he's trying to chase down the Bayern. So still pretty even. Alright, turn's finished. Colossus has been sunk. There's 2 destroyers, Marksman and the V20, even though they're back to front, we just turn them around to indicate that they've also been sunk. So the destroyer, the Marksman sunk the V30. The V30 put a round into the Colossus, actually hit it, but it can't actually hurt it. So that's just bounced off armour, but it was fun while we can. Come over here. Wiesbaden engaged this destroyer, sunk it. Actually, no, he didn't sink it. I'll take that back. That was actually...
No, that one sunk it.
No, the Gnausen sunk the destroyer because you fired a broadside and hit it with everything, and it needed a 12 to hit, and he rolls a 12. So you could not lay money on that. So the destroyer attempted a torpedo run at the Wiesbaden, but unfortunately missed. So it looks pretty grim. The British are down to a whole 3 ships. So this is probably getting towards the end of the game.
This is what this is for.
Right, the closing out of the game. Iron Duke sunk. Was torpedoed by the Wiesbaden, which was also sunk. The Lion was hit by the Bayern, which is still coming straight ahead. I'll never fight a broadside in the whole game. This little guy, little British destroyer, attempted to torpedo run the Bayern, missed, but the Germans have all their battle cruisers and dreadnoughts intact. And the British fleet is pretty much dead. Not bad for the first game. What do you think, guys?
Pretty good. Oh, I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
All right.
Good.
End of the day's play, thank you. So just in closing, British couldn't hit a barn door. But look, we think the game played really well. Everyone was pretty happy. So much so we'll convene next week for another session. I'll probably change the lineup a little. But yeah, pretty good guys, really happy, thank you.